Awesome. We are going to switch the tunes up. All right. So just start in a nice, comfortable, easy seat. Sitting up nice and tall. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit on your knees. And then draw your hands to heart center. And from heart center, I just really want you to actively press your palms together. And close your eyes. Right? So feel all of the pressure in between your palms. And just imagine you have this like little itsy bitsy orb of light, your energy in between your palms. Right? That is so sacred, right? Our energy is our existence, is our light, it's our power source. And we need to guard it and protect it. And I don't know about you guys, but one reason why I come to my mat is to protect and preserve my energy, right? That's where I find strength, is when I know how to push myself, and I also know how to conserve myself and conserve my energy. To me, that is the ultimate testament of my strength. Knowing myself enough and knowing when to push and when to let go. And so today's class is going to work on that little bit of ebb and flow, of give and take, and our energy. So set an intention here for your practice today. Whatever it is that you need to get out of today's class, the way that you leave your mat in this gentle, sacred space, you feel complete, you feel whole, you feel at peace. You feel like your energy is restored. And take a nice big long inhale in. And open mouth, sigh, exhale. 2 more big inhales through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, exhale. Last one, big inhale in. And deep exhale out. Nice. Gently blink open your eyes and make your way into your tabletop. Setting up for our cats and our cows. Make sure that you have your blocks just somewhere accessible because we'll use them throughout class today. So shoulders right over the wrists, knees and our hips width apart. Just like we did with our palms together, really press into the floor with your palms. Feel the tops of the feet press into the earth. This little opposition of push. As you drop the belly to thread your heart, open up the chest for the cow. And then continue to push, push, push as you curl the spine, pushing that earth away for the cow. Big inhales as you drop the belly for the cow. Exhale, round the spine for the cat. Now we can stay just here, right? This is perfect. On our knees, dropping the belly and rounding in the spine. You want a little bit of an added challenge, you can curl your toes, hover the knees about 1 inch or 2 off the floor, and take 2 more cat-cows this way. You might not be as deep in either of the postures, and that's okay. We're just adding a little bit resistance, building fire, and building strength. And then come back to neutral. If you didn't lift the knees, hover them for just a moment. And then press into the palms as you send your hips up and back for our very first downward facing dog. Maybe you walk your palms out a smidge just to add a little bit more length into the spine. Feeling your heels begin to anchor to the floor. Feel free to paddle out in the feet. And then just come to a little bit of stillness here. Rise up to the tiptoes, and on that next inhale, roll forward to your very first plank posture. Again, feeling actively as you're pushing that earth away. Navel to that spine, low ribs are knitting together, thigh bones wrapping inward and upward. Think of your heart opening just a smidge like you did for that cow posture. 1 more big inhale in. Nice long exhale out. On your inhale, rock the shoulders just over the fingertips. Gently tap the knees. Bend at the triceps, trying to resist gravity as you lower the torso to the floor. Pressing into the shoelace side of the feet, scrub the palms, use an inhale to lengthen for baby cobra. Just hold here. Really rolling the shoulder blades down, squeezing the triceps by the side body. Pressing into the tops of the feet, lifting the knees. One more big inhale in. Exhale, let the chest melt to the floor. Push up to a tabletop. Take a child's pose. Letting the toes come together as your knees come out wide. Sink the hips back, crown of the head forward, and let the forehead melt to the floor. And to make your way back to your downward facing dog. One long inhale in, and exhale out. On the inhale, rise to the tiptoes, bend those knees, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands for ragdoll pose, opposite hand finds opposite elbow crease. Crown of the head is super heavy, so pretend there's that magnet on the top of the head and one on the floor, and it's just grabbing it as you pull all your energy and weight forward towards the balls of the feet. Gentle bend in the knees, maybe you rock side to side. And then release your bind, walk your feet a little closer together. Take a gentle bend in the knees as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time to rise in that mountain pose. Use an inhale to sweep your arms up overhead, gaze goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward folds. Take a big long inhale for the flat back. Plant your palms, step the left leg back to your low runner's lunge. This is where your blocks can come into play. So you can grab your blocks to frame that front foot, drop the back left knee, unhook the toe. So you don't have to use the blocks. I just like them for a little bit more leverage. And then bend into the knee so you kick your heel up to your left booty cheek and take 5 little pulses. Nice. Gently release the foot back to the floor. Stay on the shoelace side of that left foot, and then just press into the top of the foot as you lift that left knee to hover up off the floor, getting into a little bit of hip strengthening today. And then tap it back to the floor. And then just taking a breath per movement. So lift the knee. Exhale, tap it back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Curl the back left toes. Lift that left knee. You can remove your blocks. Set your feet up for your warrior one. So plant your palms, spin the back left toes so they face just about 10 o'clock or so. And then grab your block in between your 2 palms on the widest measurement, ground down in the feet, and bring your torso up to rise. Big, big bend into that front right knee. Pressing down into the heels, pressing your palms together just like we did with that prayer beginning of class. Feeling your triceps activate. Big inhales in. Long exhales out. Deep inhales in. Long exhales out. Last round of breath. And then come to the ball of the left toes. Begin to hinge your torso forward towards the top of the mat. Your block comes into the left palm as it comes to the floor. Right palm comes to your low back. Maybe you scoot the left toes back a little bit so you're in a deeper of a lunge. Big inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale to twist over to the right side of the room. Always the option to re-tap that back right knee. Big inhales as you lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more round. Big inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Untwist that spine. Palms come to the floor. Remove the block. On your exhale, your right knee comes to your nose for your core plank. Step yourself back to plank. On your inhale, rock your shoulders over the fingertips. You can tap the knees, leave them lifted. Bend at the triceps as you resist gravity to lower all the way to the floor. Pressing into the shoelace side of the feet. Big inhale as you lift the chin, neck, and chest for that baby cobra. Nice. Exhale to melt everything to the floor. Big inhale. Push up through plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big long inhales in. And deep exhales out. One more big inhale in. And exhale out. Use your inhale to rise up to the tiptoes, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, hop, float to the top of the mat. Flat back, Ardha. Forward fold. Round down as you reverse, swan dive, extend to reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Big long inhale, flat back. Plant your palms. This time, step the right leg back to your low runner's lunge. Drop the back right knee, unhook the toes. Maybe you frame that front foot with your blocks. And then bend into the knees. You lift that right heel to your right booty cheek and take 5 little pulses in. And then melt that foot back to the floor, pressing into the shoelace side of the right toes. Lift and hover the right knee up off the floor. And then gently tap the knee back to the floor, taking a breath for movement, using an inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Remove your blocks out of your way. Plant your palms, spin the back right toes. Set your feet up for your warrior one on the left side. When your feet feel nice and grounded, grab your block on the widest measurement, ground down on the feet as you bring your torso up to rise. Actively pressing into the block just like we did with prayer. And then come to the ball of the right toes. Begin to hinge the torso forward towards the top of the mat. Block comes to the right palm as it drops to the floor. Left palm comes to the low back. Maybe you scoot the toes. Big inhale as you lengthen. Exhale to twist over to the left side of the room. Right arm can extend. Big inhales as you lengthen. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. One more big inhale. Exhale, untwist. Move your blocks out of the way. Plant the palms, left knee to nose, core plank. Step yourself back to plank. Inhale, rock the shoulders over the fingertips. Maybe you can tender the lower to the floor or take that chaturanga, pausing halfway. Big inhale. For that upward facing dog, maybe you stick with the baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhales in. Long exhales out. Nice. Bring your big toes together. Hold that right leg to the ceiling for the down dog split. Rise up to those left tiptoes, and then on the exhale, drive the right knee to the nose. Really push the earth away as you lift the leg for your down dog split. Exhale, drive that right knee to your nose, squeeze, step the foot in between your two palms for your low crescent lunge. Grab your block again on that widest measurement. Float your arms up overhead for the crescent. This time on your exhale, open up to your warrior two with your block, pressing your block in between your palms. So your elbows are nice and wide, just like we would for prayer, except now we have a little bit of an added bonus. And then you can just straighten in the front leg as you lift the block to the ceiling. Exhale, return back to warrior two. Nice. Inhale as you lift and reach. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Come back to crescent. So spin to the ball of the left toes. Reach your arms up overhead. Hinge the torso forward again. Step yourself up to chair, but widen the stance, and then place the block on the middle measurement. Up in between the thighs, sweep your arms up overhead. Squeezing the block in between the thighs. While we open up those outer hips, maybe sink that booty a little bit lower. One more big inhale in. Exhale, forward fold, remove the block. Use a flat back for your Ardha, big inhale. Plant your palms, step back to plank, take your chaturanga or whatever version of your vinyasa today feels best for you. Letting your breath be the guide. Right, remembering that our breath is the yoga. It's what connects us body, mind, and spirit. Bring those big toes together, float the left leg to the ceiling, rise up to the right tiptoes. Drive that left knee to your nose, core plank. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Step the foot in between your two palms. Grab your block, ground down in the feet. Come up to rise. Exhale, open up to that warrior two. I'll face you with your elbows out nice and wide. This time, as you straighten to the leg, reach your block forward. And then come back to the warrior two. Inhale, forward. And straighten into the leg. Exhale, rebend. Three more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, lift. And lower. Come back to crescent lunge. So spin to the ball of the right toes. Reach your arms up overhead. Begin to hinge the torso towards the top of your mat. Step yourself up to that wide leg chair. Place the block back in between the thighs. Sweep your arms up overhead. This time, slice that right arm forward, left arm back, T-twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, T-twist right, left arm comes forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Remove the block. Take a flat back, Ardha. Plant your palms. Step yourself back to plank. Take your vinyasa of choice. Lowering halfway, chaturanga, or all the way. Meeting me back in that downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Big inhale in. Long exhale out. One more big inhale in. Long exhale out. Big toes come together, float the right leg up to the ceiling. On the exhale, the right knee comes to your right tricep this time. Big inhale, down dog split. Exhale, that right knee comes to your nose. Squeeze, step the foot in between the two palms. Set up your feet for warrior one, taking this breath per movement. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Flip that front right palm, reach forward, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands back to your low runner's lunge. Palm comes to your low back, right palm, inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, reach that right arm up if you choose. Exhale, untwist. Step yourself up to the top of the mat for a forward fold. Bring your big toes together, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. One, exhale, forward fold. Big long inhale, flat back. Plant your palms, step yourself back to plank, and then this time pause. And then send your hips up and back for down dog. Tap the right fingers to the left toes. Come through to plank. Cross the right knee to that left tricep. Step back to down dog. Left fingertips to the right toes. Come back to plank. Left knee to right tricep. Step back to down dog. One more time. Right fingertips to left toes. Plank. Right knee to left. Down dog. Left fingertips to the right toes. Plank. Left knee to right tricep. Downward facing dog. Big toes come together. Float the left leg to the ceiling. On your exhale, left knee to the left tricep. Big inhale, down dog split. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Step the left foot in between the two palms. Setting up for warrior one. Big inhale to rise. Exhale, open up to the warrior two. Flip the palm, reach forward, reverse, big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands back to your low runner's lunge. Right palm to the floor, left palm to your low back. Inhale, lengthen the torso. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, untwist. Stab yourself to the top of your mat. Big toes together, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, Ardha. Plant your palms, step back to plank. This time, take your vinyasa of choice. Always option to skip our vinyasas and just meet me in downward facing dog. Nice. Once you're back in down dog, big toes come together. Float the right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, right knee to that left tricep. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, right knee comes to the nose. Squeeze, step the foot in between your two palms. Grab your block in the right palm. Come to stand for crescent. And then sweep your arms behind you, placing the block in between your palms. Straighten into the front right leg as you lift a little bit higher onto the left toes. Open up the chest. Trying to pull that block to the floor to that back left heel. Working on a little bit of balance, a little bit of heart opener, a little bit of a tricep extension. And then rebend into the front right knee. Woo, reach your arms up overhead for your crescent lunge. On your exhale, begin to hinge the torso forward one last time, making your way into warrior three with the block. So your arms should be extended forward. Woo, as I lose my balance. Option to always drop the block whenever you choose. Maybe you bring the block with your palms to prayer. Trying just to use a little bit of added force today. And then take a big bend to both knees. Step to the wide leg chair. Place your block in between the thighs. Arms sweep up overhead. On that exhale, take another twist so you can stick with the T-twist. You can take it a little deeper. Right palm to the low back, left palm to the outer edge of the thigh. If you have the space to take the full prayer bind, you can take the full prayer bind. Using the block here just keeps our hips a little bit more honest as we squeeze the inner thighs together. And then hollow out that belly as you twist a little deeper on your exhales. Big inhales in, hollow out the belly. Exhale, twist a little deeper, really pressing the palms together just like we did before. Big inhales in. Exhale, untwist, forward fold. Remove your block. Take a yogi toe lock. These fingers hook up underneath your big toes. Crown of the head super heavy. Elbows splay out wide. All of your weight is in the balls of the feet. Two more rounds of breath. Last big round of breath. And then release your bind. Walk your feet a little closer together. Take a gentle bend in the knees as you slowly roll up to stand. Bring all of your weight to this left leg. Hands come to prayer. Hug the right knee into the chest. And then open up your right knee. Setting up for a tree pose, Vrikshasana. Plant the sole of that right foot to the inside of your left thigh, calf. Maybe you kickstand. Finding somewhere in your room to help you balance the drifty. And then mindfully press your palms together. Really press that left thigh against that right foot against the right thigh, the left thigh. Feel free to grow your branches. One more round of breath. Unhook the foot. Bring your hands back to prayer. Hug that right knee back into your chest. Begin to kick it behind you again for another brief warrior three, this time standing on that left leg. And then take a huge bend into the left knee as your palms come to the floor. And you meet me in the low runner's lunge. Walk both palms to the inside of that left foot, right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Tap that right knee down. Unhook the toes. Option to grab your blocks again. Maybe use that just for a little bit of leverage. And then just like we did before, press into the shoelace side of the right toes. Lift and hover that right knee. This time we're just going to hold it. For three more rounds of breath. Last two. And one. Tap that right knee to the floor. Remove your blocks out of the way. Leave your feet and your palms exactly where they are. Curl the back right toes. Lift and hover the right knee. And then begin to toe ball heel the left foot to the left side of your mat towards the back. As you come and open yourself up to a side plank with lizard legs. Option to stay. Maybe you walk that foot all the way back to your traditional side plank. Last round of breath. Meet me back in plank. Downward facing dog. One big inhale in. Long exhale out. Bring your big toes together. Float the left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, drive that left knee cross body over to that left tricep. Inhale for the down dog split. Exhale, left knee comes to the nose. Squeeze, step the left foot in between your two palms. Grabbing your block in that left palm. Come to rise for your crescent. And then sweep your arms back behind you. Reaching for the block as you rise and straighten into that front left leg. Leave the toe ball heel lifted of that back right leg and open up the chest for this balancing pyramid. Trying to pull the block to the back right heel. Last two. And one. Rebend the front knee. Reach your arms up overhead. Grab the block in between both palms. You need to hinge the torso forward. As you come into your warrior three, on the left. Always the option to bring your hands to prayer. Last round of breath. Big bend to both knees. Step yourself to the wide leg chair. Place your block in between the thighs. Sweep your arms up overhead. And then take your twisting chair on your exhale to the left, right arm forward. Maybe you take the T-twist, palm to thigh, prayer bind, your choice. Hollowing out the bellies on the inhale. And then using the exhale to twist a little deeper. Big inhales to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more big inhale. Exhale, untwist, remove the block. Option to take another yogi toe lock. You have a gorilla bind in your practice. Flip the palms, slide the palms underneath the feet till your toes meet your wrist creases. Pulling at the feet, elbows lay out wide. Nice big deep forward fold. Feeling the sweat dripping down your spine. Maybe down in the front of your chest. Feeling all of those toxins begin to release from your body. As you reconnect with your intention, feeling that inner strength, feeling your energy, knowing that that is your power and your life source. And then release your bind. Gentle bend in the knees as you slowly roll up to stand. Bring all of your weight to the right leg. Hug that left knee to your chest, hands to prayer. Open up that left knee. Place the sole of the left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Half equal kickstand. Using as much opposition here as you can, right? So pressing the thigh to the foot to the thigh. Really squeeze the palms together like you're trying to smoosh a bug. Maybe you grow your branches. Beautiful. And then unhook the foot from the thigh. Hug that left knee into your chest. Hands come back to prayer. Begin to hinge forward as you kick that left leg behind you for another warrior three, standing on the right leg this time. Huge bend to the front knee as your palms plant, left toes come to the floor. Tall ball heel the right foot to the outer edge of the mat, drop the back left knee. Unhook your toes for your lizard lunge. Always the option to grab your blocks again just to bring the floor up to meet you. And then really press into the shoelace side of the back left foot, hover and lift that left knee. Holding here as my toe cramps. Last round of breath. And then exhale, release the knee back to the floor. Move your blocks out of the way. Plant your palms to the floor, curl the back left knee, lift and hover, curl the back left toes, lift and hover that left knee again. The toe ball heel that right foot towards the back of your mat till you can revolve and open up to the left, to the right side of the room, coming to that left palm for this little lizard side plank. Option to stay, or maybe you continue to walk the foot all the way back. So you can meet me in traditional side plank, your option. Last round of breath. Come back to plank. Downward facing dog. Last standing sequence to go. Big toes come together. Float the right leg to the ceiling. On the exhale, drive the right knee to your nose, squeeze. Step your foot in between your two palms. Grabbing your block one last time, ground down in the feet as you come up to rise. Crescent block is in between the two palms. Open up this time to the warrior two. Leave your arms lifted overhead. And then straighten into that front right leg. Begin to hinge the torso forward for your triangle with blocks. Option to always drop the block and take a traditional triangle if you choose. Big inhales in. Long exhales out. Big inhales in. Long exhales out. From here, if you have your block down on the floor, gentle bend to the knee, make your way to a half moon. If you have your block overhead, begin to try and make your way into half moon with the block. Always option to drop that block down for your traditional half moon. Last round of breath. And then take a big bend, leave the block exactly where it is. Meet me back in your warrior two. Straighten into that front right leg again. Heels come in, toes come out, hands come to prayer as you sink your hips low for your goddess squat. And then rise up into the ball of the right foot. Take 4 little pulses down. Drop the right heel. Lift the left. 4 little pulses down. Drop the left heel, hold. Inhale, reach your arms up, straighten into the legs, star pose. Hands come to the T, bring the toes parallel. Exhale, begin to hinge and fold forward for your wide leg forward fold. Cross or retap. Crown of the head super heavy here. This is yogi's choice, so if there's anything here that your body's really craving, maybe some skandasana, some wide leg lunges, right? Whatever feels good for you here. Last round of breath. And then begin to walk your palms back towards the top of your mat. Meet me in one last lizard lunge. So the right foot comes all the way to the edge of the mat. This is your option for your lizard. So whatever variation of this lizard lunge that you want to take, this is your deepest hip opener. So just linger here and let it feel good. Come back to that intention. Come back to your breath. Let your breath begin to even out your heartbeat. Last breath. And then curl your left toes to lift that left knee. You can step back to plank from here. You can bring that foot back to center. Option to take your vinyasa. Once you're back in your downward facing dog. Big toes come together, float the left leg to the ceiling. On the exhale, drive that left knee to your nose. Step the foot in between your 2 palms. Grabbing your block one last time, ground down on the feet as you bring your torso up for crescent. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2 on the left. Leave your arms up overhead. Begin to hinge. Begin to straighten the left leg as you hinge the torso forward for that triangle. With your arms extended, option to always drop the block to the floor for your traditional triangle. Remember, this is a test against yourself, your strength, that push and pull, that ebb and flow. One more big inhale in. And exhale out. And then make your way into your half moon. So maybe you drop the block to the floor, 6 to 12 inches outside of the pinky toes as you revolve and twist the torso open. Maybe you lift and take it a little bit more upright as I fall over. Last big round of breath. And then leave your block where it is. Make your way back to your warrior two. Re-straighten into the front, left leg out, face you, heels come in. Toes come out, palms come to prayer, sink your hips nice and low, goddess squat. This time, option to rise up into both heels and just hold. For 3. For 2. Last one. Drop your heels, reach everything up. Big inhale, start pose. Exhale, arms come to the T, toes turn parallel as you forward fold. And then begin to walk yourself back towards the top of your mat. Left foot comes all the way to the outer edge. Set yourself up for your lizard lunge. Yogi's choice for how deep you want to take this. Last few big rounds of breath. And then from here, curl the back right toes, lift the knee, make your way back to your plank. Take your last and final vinyasa of the evening. Leaning knee back in your downward facing dog. Now run into your heart, so feel the pain. Once you're back in downward facing dog, rise up to the tiptoes, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, hop. Float to the top of the mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Last big sun A, reverse swan dive. Raise your arms up overhead and then begin to bend into the knees. Sink your hips nice and low, just to lower ourselves all the way to the floor. Coming into a boat pose, Navasana. Holding for 5 big rounds of breath. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. Plant the soles of the feet to the floor. Grab your block and just roll yourself down your spine. Coming into a bridge pose. So take your block right on that middle measurement again in between your thighs. Walk your heels close to your bum, palms down by your side, feet and your hips apart. Press into your palms, anchor into the heels, then gently roll up one vertebra at a time with that block in between the thighs. Squeezing the block here is going to take any pressure out of the low back. And just a little bit more of a hip activation. Last big round of breath. And then gently roll that torso one vertebra at a time back to the floor. Remove your block, keep it by your side. Walk your feet to the outer edge of your mat, knock your knees. Last bridge, yogi's choice. Walk your feet back underneath the knees. Palms down by your side. Press into the palms, press into the heels, and then use your inhale for your bridge. You can take a supported bridge, slide the block up underneath the low back. You can place the block back in between the thighs. You don't have to use the block. Whatever feels best for you here. Last big inhale. On the exhale, let everything slowly roll to the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana, both legs together. Come out wide, one hand to the navel, one hand to your heart. Come back to your intention. Feel your heart beating. Recognize the energy that you protected and conserved today, and the energy that you exerted. That little bit of an ebb and flow. It's a great little symbolic representation of our life, right? We have so many things that are thrown at us in this life that we can't control, but what we can control is our energy, right? Where our energy and our attention goes, and what we keep sacred and close to us. Same thing applies on our mats, right? That's what yoga teaches us. It's a tool. So that when we leave our mats, we have the knowledge and the power to know how to protect ourselves and protect our energy when we need it the most. Gently close your knees like you're closing your very favorite book. Hug both knees into your chest, give them a big old squeeze, and then take the supine twist, dropping the knees over to the left side of the room with the left palm, anchoring the right shoulder blades to the floor, gazing over whatever shoulder feels best for you. Last little rinse of the spine here like a washcloth. Releasing any last bit of toxins, negativity, things from your day that you're still holding on to, right? That's blocking your energy. Strength is so much more than our physical abilities, right? It's also how we draw our energy and what we give our focus to. Strength is knowing where our attention doesn't need to go and how to let those things just kind of pass us by without phasing us. Use an inhale to bring those knees back to center. And then on the exhale, let them fall over to the right, anchoring them down with the right palm, anchoring that left shoulder to the floor, gazing over whatever side feels best for you. And knowing that you can always come back to your breath, right? Our breath is such a great tool to use when we need to conserve our energy, conserve our power, protect our mind, protect our heart. When you're feeling the craziness of the day, taking 3 big, long rounds of yogic breaths can do wonders to calm the body, calm the mind, bring our energy back down if it needs a little bit more grounding, and maybe up if it needs a little bit of uplifting. And then come back to center. Anything you need here that I haven't offered up to feel whole and complete in your practice today, please take it. Otherwise, feel free to make your way to your Shavasana, whatever shape your body wants to take this evening to rest. And soak up any last bit of good healing energy that you've created today. And when you speak, angels sing. Ever so gently. Begin to come back to a bit more consciousness. Being aware of your breath. Wiggling your fingers. Begin to wiggle your toes. Reach your arms back behind you, taking a full body stretch. And then rolling over to one side of the mat, just pausing in the fetal position. In the sacred pause, honoring your rebirth. And the shedding of all the layers and the blockages that were preventing you from connecting to your energy and harnessing your strength and power. And when you're ready to be guided out into the rest of your evening, ever so gently begin to prop yourself up nice and slow. Coming up into that last comfortable seat. Hands come back to heart center. Really press your palms together just like we did at the beginning of class. Closing the eyes, feeling your energy, feeling your power. Knowing that strength lies in the ability to conserve our energy when it needs to be, and exerting it when we feel like we're able to. Protecting our energy when we need it the most, and always coming back to that breath. We'll just take one long, final big round of breath together, releasing any last bit of blockages that may be stored in the body. Taking a long inhale. And an equally deep, long exhale. Drawing your hands to your third eye, your seat of intuition and light. All of the strength within me vows and honors all of that within you. Namaste.